Hey everyone. So my name's Charlotte, and I just wanted to have a chat, and it's a personal chat. I just really wanna vent. It's quite, I don't know, it's quite personal. Listen, and I don't know, just me expressing myself, really. If you have any judgments, go ahead and judge. Because at the end of the day, it's, your opinion, and you're entitled to your opinion. Um, so anyway, where I'm at the moment in my life is kind of confusing. I feel a bit depressed. Not sure how I got here, really. I feel like my foot has been on the accelerator for a while, and I've just been like, go, 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 go. And I kind of haven't slowed down to um, digest or even think about what I was actually doing. Um, I look back at all my experiences, like my first relationship, well, not first, second. It was quite abusive mentally, and physically sometimes, even leaving bruises on me and that kind of crazy stuff. And, back then I thought, it was a romance. Like, I love the way you lie, Eminem inspired. I thought, it's just passionate. And now I look back on it and it's like a nightmare. Like, a nightmare, and I just can't, I can't handle it. I can't handle that was my life, and this is my life now. And then the next guy I saw, we had a lot of fun. I really liked him, and he brought my little girl out. He brought Charlotte out, and I'll forever be grateful to him for doing that. Like, I really will. And regardless of what happened, like, he was a light in my life. Um, Unfortunately, he, like, I wasn't the one for him. Pretty much it ended when another girl came into the picture. And, I think she's wonderful as well. And everyone thought I was stupid or whatever. I didn't know what was happening, but I did. I did. I always knew. Like, the first time she invaded our space, and I realized that he didn't mind her invading, and it was no longer our space. And I knew the whole time. Even though he's like, oh, nothing's going on, nothing's going on. Like, from that moment she first rocked up, and then she started, having a go at me about believing in star signs or whatever. I knew it was just intuition, it was a feeling. And so he no longer was giving attention to me, he was giving attention to her. So, that's fine, it happens, it's pecking order. Obviously, well, I don't know. Some people may say I'm more beautiful than her, and other people might say she's more beautiful. Like, I don't know if it matters really. At the end of the day, they just obviously had a click or a connection that I didn't have with him, and I couldn't express myself to him, so it was kind of like lack of communication there. But yeah, so pretty much I watched somebody get kind of taken away from me, like pulled away, and it is an extremely, extremely weird, not weird, it's kind of hard dealing with that I spent 6 months with this guy, 7 months, like living with him, spending every day with him, and like heaps of fun memories, heaps of things that were not so fun, but like heaps of fun memories. And you know It was a special time in my life. He even got me a bracelet that said Charlotte. So that was lovely. And then, yeah, it gets pulled away from you, and then you wonder why. Like, what have I done? So, anyway, I spent the next 6 months dealing with a lot of stuff. You know, he said some nasty stuff about my dad, and that upset me a lot. But I don't know, it's really hard. Like, I just spent the whole time thinking, why? Like, am I not good enough? Am I not pretty enough? Am I, is she better than me? Like, what's going on? But then he called me back, and so I went and saw him again, and pretty much I was just a cigarette to him that he smoked and used up. And it's hard. It's really hard to kind of realize that someone can be so careless with your emotions. Like, he's just a void of carelessness, and I got sucked into it, really, didn't I? So, like, it was fun while it lasted. I guess it's the only way I can see it. Yeah, I don't know, it's just confusing because my feelings were so real, and I I really felt drawn to him. Like, I wouldn't have kept, going to see him if I didn't feel like I was drawn to him and that there was a purpose in me going to see him each time. And you know what, each time it did reveal something new. Like, every time it slowly led me back to myself. That's why I say he brought my little kid out. Like, and people were gonna think, oh, she's silly, she's stupid, what does she mean? But really, like, that's what happened. Like, after my traumatic experience, he kind of pulled me out of it, and it's cool. Like, it's good. So anyway, yeah, realized that he was interested in another girl from day one, and I think that's why the connection started to tether. It started to tether, like, pull and tear and fray. Started to fray because I was feeling now insecure. I was feeling uncertain, and I couldn't express these uncertainties and insecurities to him because I didn't want to look foolish, you know what I mean? So I kind of left it unsaid. I didn't deal with it, and he continued to use me like a cigarette. So that happened. What else? I don't know, it was just really confusing. It was a confusing time. I still think it's hilarious. It's really funny. Guess that's why I was drawn to him. But yeah, each time I went there, it was kind of like that was my heart telling me that I needed to go that direction. And in the end, it unfolded exactly like I predicted. But seeing is believing, and I guess even though I predicted all this stuff in my mind, and I was like, yeah, this is gonna happen, I really needed to view it. I needed to see it. I needed to feel it. So I went back and saw him, and he was addicted to some kind of drugs or something. And I just, like, I couldn't handle the drugs. Like, everyone's like, oh, Charlotte, you're depressed all the time, fun to be around. But, I was in a scenario where everyone was taking drugs, so was I. I can't take drugs. They make me go crazy. I'm already crazy enough without them. Everyone's like, oh, you're so sad, you're not fun to be around, blah, blah, blah. But, like, I am a fun person. I'm happy, I'm fun. And it's just like, them saying that just put me down even more, and it made me go more introverted into my shell. And yeah, I don't know. It was hard. Like, I just felt completely rejected and made a fool of. And then also at the same time, with all these people teasing me and paying me out or whatever because I wasn't cool enough. My best friend, or who was my best friend, she would also publicly humiliate me as well, and like to strangers, and I'd be like, "What are you doing? Like, why are you paying me out?" So that was kind of confusing. Like, she'd say some. Sometimes she'd even like make stuff up that wasn't even like true, and I'd be sitting there going like, where's she getting this from? Like, is she pulling this out of her ass? Like, and it would shock me. And then, in the end, she was the one who won, and everyone loved her and whatever. But, it just confuses me how some people, like, I don't know, they lie and lie, and yet they get praised for all their lies. And I just never understood that. I was always the happy. I was a class clown when I was in grade 10. Like, I was funny. I was so funny. And then to have somebody kind of humiliate me and then also steal some of my personality. Okay, she's hot, she's beautiful. I adore her, obviously. She was my best friend. I obviously saw something good in her. But for her to take some of my personality and, use it the way she did was offensive because, I mean, my personality is everything, you know what I mean? Like, my character is everything. And to have it stolen away from me was just, like, lame, I guess. I don't know, it just wasn't fun. I don't know how else to explain it. So, anyway, that was kind of disheartening, being put down by all these people. And then kind of got kicked out of the crew. I don't even think I was maybe ever in the crew. I was just, some person that was just, getting used or whatever. So anyway, I guess as well, I don't know, I just obviously I wanted everything. And like I said, I was speeding, and it's like I was trying to build this foundation. And I was trying to build the foundation, but I was trying to build this foundation on rocky kind of rocky stilts. Like, it's like I sped through and I was making these stilts, and then I forgot to put the little nail in or something, and then it all collapsed all in front of me. It all collapsed, and then I'm sitting here a bit disappointed and a bit confused about why all that happened. And obviously he liked her because she had a license and whatever, everything, which is cool. I'm a bit confused and lost, and we all know that. It's just tricky. It's just really hard to deal with. Because I tried. I tried. And I thought, I'm almost there. Independence. I was trying to get my license. And I was like, I'm going to show everyone that, I'm not pathetic, and I'm not, I'm not a bad person, and I'm not this, and I'm not hopeless, and I'm not crazy. But I never got to do that. So that was sad.